Welcome back to another Redstone video. I really hope you enjoyed that little pre-video intro there. I mean, like, it was a little bit long, but I still thought it was pretty cool. But anyways, it's time to show you most of what GRUMBOT777 can do. I say most of because the world download's in the description below, and I would like you guys to be able to discover some of the features on your own. First feature is going to be pretty obvious. If you know how the original GRUMBOT worked, we're going to have to give it an input and it gives out an output. Let's give it the first thing on here, like, who are you? Let's ask him that. We'll take some diamonds out of this barrel. I'll take a stack out of here. We can put another stack back in there. And then we'll rename a diamond to who are you. Now that's done, we're just gonna put that renamed diamond into the dropper here. And we press the buttons. But unlike the original GRUMBOT where you could just press step 4 and it would deposit, there's quite a bit of redstone back here, and this is a combination lock, so you can't just do this. And you can't do it in the wrong order, otherwise it won't work. You absolutely have to do it in this order. And then it's gonna give us an answer in about like 1 to 2 minutes. It's a lot slower than the original GRUMBOT because this uses item filters, and the original GRUMBOT, well, it was given answers to spit out between cuts. It wiggles its mustache, and then it spits out the answer. I am GRUMBOT. Now, it's not just like, oh, there are like, for every one input, there is one output and nothing else happens. No, I'm not doing that. That would be boring. So I added some other things too to spice it up. One of them being something from the original GRUMBOT, which is emotions. Say I were to ask him, how are your dads doing? Then we put this diamond in here. Also, for those of you who don't know, GRUMBOT's dads are Mumbo Jumbo and Green because he built him together. He wiggles his mustache, and you can see he's pretty sad, and he says that he hasn't seen his dads in a long time because it's been like 1.5 years since Season 7 when GRUMBOT was around. But guys, before I show you GRUMBOT's other emotions and what else he can do, I'd like to talk to you guys about something. When I ask people to like and subscribe, people generally just check if they're subscribed, and they usually are, so they don't do anything. But I thought I should tell you why people ask you to like their videos. People ask you to like their videos because when a video gets liked, it does better in the algorithm and more people see it. So please, like and subscribe. They both help out the channel a lot. But now I think it's time that I show you his anger emotion. Let's tell him that he's not very compact. And yes, guys, I am aware that someone named Labster has had a similar idea to mine, but he kind of like went different paths. Like he created the original GRUMBOT with the space that he had, and I made him 4 times bigger, and added a lot of these new stuff to him. I wasn't actually aware that Labster did a video like that when I started work on him, but a few of the questions were inspired by Labster's video. You can find it here. Oh, and he's angry now. And he says, oh, you're not very compact. I'm not sure that GRUMBOT knows what compact means, but okay. Also, unlike the original GRUMBOT, GRUMBOT777 also has a surprise emotion. Like, he doesn't do it very often, but if we ask him, say, are you making the moon big? And that is his surprise emotion. Basically, his eyes get a lot taller, and he actually outputs a book output, which, again, the original GRUMBOT can do, and GRUMBOT777 doesn't do very often. GRUMBOT777 is not very fun to say. I'm only ever really saying it to differentiate between him and the original GRUMBOT. And in here, well, actually, I'll leave that to you guys. Weird books aside, I think it's time to start talking about GRUMBOT's memory. And if you're wondering where those circuits are, which you probably aren't, all of these, like, weird red hole circuits, like, these straight lines don't require memory, but these weird red hole circuits are the memory circuits, and I actually invented these myself. I might make a video in the future detailing how they work. Anyways, the first memory type we're going to be going over is temporary memory. Say we're to ask him why with no context. I'm going to need 3 of these to demonstrate my point. And I'll put the first one in here, and we'll see what he outputs. And he outputs, what do you mean why? Because you're just randomly asking him why. He doesn't have context, or more specifically, he wasn't asked something or inputted something else first. Like, you need to input, tell me a joke. So let's try that. Then we just put this in here. Oh, I need to be here. And he outputs, why did the robot cross the road? So let's input why again. I tend to wander when I'm waiting. And then let's see what he outputs this time. And this time he outputs something different. He outputs to get to the desired destination. Are you joking? I mean, he is joking, but that was horrible. Horrendously awful jokes aside, I think it's time to show you why it's called temporary memory, because if I insert Y a third time, oh, diamond got stuck. When the diamonds can do that sometimes, but when they do, you just go back here and then just throw it again. Like, this project, I was working on this project some, and he outputs, what do you mean, why? And it's like we never asked him to tell us a joke. Though permanent memory, it doesn't do that. Say, I was to ask him, let's see, does this upset you, with no context? And since there's no context, he's gonna ask, does what upset GRUMBOT? And again, this is supposed to pair with something, specifically, Scar won the election. So let's input that. GRUMBOT had a suspicion that was true, and he was a bit sad there. Now we ask, does this upset you again? And I'm gonna do 2 because I've already done one of them, so these are the other 2. Let's see what he says on this one. He could not have told GRUMBOT when he was broken. I wrote that output because the way I see it, when Grand Mumbo lied to GRUMBOT about, like, oh, Mumbo won the election when actually Scar won, it was because GRUMBOT was broken and having a sort of existential crisis, and I feel like he would have told him if he had been in working condition when Mumbo had lost. That's just a little lore behind it, but let's just put this back in. He outputs it again. He still remembers that Mumbo won the election. No, that Scar won the election. So maybe you don't want him to keep remembering that Scar won the election, or maybe you want to wipe his temporary memory too. Well, here's how you do it. Obliviate. For those of you who don't know, that's the Harry Potter spell for wiping someone's memory. A lot of the inputs are Harry Potter spells, and that's because both me and Grian are Harry Potter fans. But let's just input this. And then he outputs memory wipe complete. So now if I ask him, does this upset you? For a 4th time. Oh, I think I need a question mark. If you put in the phrase in a wrong way, then he's not going to recognize it. And then I do all the steps. Then he outputs, does what upset GRUMBOT, because he doesn't remember anymore that Scar won the election. I've explained the memory well enough. Now, you can see here that you can input items other than diamonds. Like, say we want to input iron bars. I'll just get some from here because I'm in creative mode. And then let's see what he does with them. Yeah, for non-diamonds, he mainly just eats and critiques them. I think I've demonstrated GRUMBOT777 enough. So, let's just... what can we do to conclude this video? How about some nice outro music by telling him to play my favorite song? We just put a diamond here, just like always. And we take it out and put it in the dropper here. Again, like always. I don't know why I'm doing this like that, but okay. And we press the 4 buttons and cue the outro music. Oh, come on! You're choking! Never rickroll me. Because this is what happens if you do.